Melvon Jackson, welcome to Empower Network TV, sir.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I'm really curious about what we're talking about kingdom communities. Like, what is kingdom communities and why did you build it?
Well, it came from what happened, it's during COVID-19. Some crazy things happened in a lot of our lives. And one of those things, I lost a good paying job. And they did everything they could to hold on to us. They basically, I was a high paid janitor. I was making like $70,000 mopping. So I have no ill will. They did everything to keep us on board. So what ended up happening, they couldn't sustain that too long, right? So I ended up having to DoorDash and doing the DoorDashing, I happened to get into a very bad accident. I hit a car at 70, 65, between 65 and 70 miles an hour at a standstill. I was coming around a bend on a 5-lane highway and going on a downgrade, and it's at night. And so I was looking, I was like, I got enough time to get over. But I really didn't have enough time because I thought the car was moving. The car had broke down in the middle of the highway and I didn't catch it until it was too late. So I ended up smashing into the back of this car. Um, yeah, the whiplash knocked me out for a couple of minutes. Came to like, are you serious? You broke down in the middle of the highway. You couldn't pull over to the shoulder. What is the odds of a car breaking down in the middle of a 5-lane highway? It just kind of had me dumbfounded. I was in shock. But the funny thing to it, listen to your wives. I'm gonna give some advice. Listen to your wife. My wife told me, she said, Melvin, come home. You've been out all day. Come on home. I was like, being a man, you know, lost my job. I got to make this money, baby. I come home when I get there. And if I'd have listened, I could have avoided that accident. So there's always a voice in your ear. And sometimes you don't hear it, but if you listen to it, you can avoid a lot of trouble. So in this case, I end up putting myself in harm's way, hitting this car. But the good thing about that is it brought out the imposter syndrome that I had, of feeling like, man, I want to be a coach. I want to do all these great things, but why should somebody listen to me? Why should they pay any attention to what I have to say? But when I hit that car, I was in more I was closer to death than I was in the military because I'm a veteran. Been to Afghanistan, been to Iraq, Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, shot at bombs overhead, and I was no closer to death than when I hit that car. Because if you look at the car, you'll be like, you survived that? Just saying you hit a car at 70 miles an hour, it's like, whoa, that is crazy, right? So it led to two things. It really led to the foundation of Kingdom Communities, and it led to the foundation of my identity. I came up with a 3-part story framework that was called I Am a Story of Love. And guess what the I am part was so significant about that in this story? I am a survivor, Amos.
Hmm, I'd say you are. Okay, well let's just get into kingdom communities. So what did you build?
Well, we got tired of following the gurus. Me and the founder, we would get behind people that was high income earners, um, people that, you know, that was at the top of the food chain in the company, or, just listening to those. And we thought that, maybe this is our break, right? And so we didn't want to do that no more. And we really didn't want to do the network marketing, affiliate marketing, but we wanted to have an aspect of that somewhere in there, but not that be the main focus. And so we remembered, they said that if you want to do the right thing, have your own platform. Because if Facebook go down, if LinkedIn go down, you violate some rules, guess what? You're getting out of there. But if you have your own platform, you don't have to worry about that. So that was one reason why we started. The other reason is because of school lunch debt, is a problem. And you may know there's kids out there, parents make just enough money, Amos, where they can't be on the program, but enough money to send them with the lunch money to pay for these lunches. And by the school having these budget cuts and money not there, they have to cut back on a lot of programs, which is sometimes the lunch program. And so the kids get these baggy lunches, usually peanut butter jelly sandwiches and stuff like that. And they get victim of the shame game. Ooh, I got a hot lunch and you got a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Look what I got. And then they feel displaced. They feel like they're not a part of the whole group. And so we want to go in these schools and make the school whole again, right? We don't want kids to go there and feel like they're on the outside, you know what I'm saying, trying to get in. So they operate like a nonprofit. So they need help. And we want to give them that help. And the other reason is homelessness here in the United States. There's another reason why we exist. And what better way to do that than socially? Now I'm gonna say this here, and this is pretty much a rare robin of why we got started. Imagine if Facebook said, "Hey, we're gonna donate to a homeless program or whatever, and we want everybody to donate just $1, $1. With about 3 billion users each month, they will raise $3 billion if everybody said yes. I can spare $1. What's $1? But there are some third world countries out there, right, Amos? So what if they just said 10 cent? 10 cent. Everybody on Facebook donate 10 cent that month. That's still over $200 million generated for a great cause. Now, I'm not saying that they're not doing great causes. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm just saying that social aspect of planting a seed and getting everybody in the community to want to plant a seed too can go a long way. So, what better place than Kingdom Communities to birth that?
So tell us about the platform then. What did you actually build?
Okay, so imagine if all the great platforms got in one room and said, you know what? We're gonna make the best platform ever. So Facebook, Alignable. I don't know if you ever heard of Alignable, Instagram, you know, um, just all the major platforms got
They had a
together.
baby.
Twitter.
They had a baby together.
Then you looking at it right here.
There you go. The perfect baby. Tell us
That's
about the perfect baby.
so what happens is it took Facebook look. So the platform looked just like Facebook. We took that similarity because a lot of people don't like to go to other places that is unfamiliar, right? So we adopt the look of Facebook. But here's the thing. We took the business aspect of alignable and the sociability in the podcast system of Spotify, things like that, and we incorporated it all in one place. And then we added gamification. Imagine every post that you make, every view that you get, even when you get followers, you're earning points, and those points in real time are being generated into real dollars and cents. So that is one major thing that really is going to set us aside from all other platforms. Also, we have a Zoom integration where you can stream using our Zoom proprietary like software into the platform and reach everybody that's on the platform at any given time. Also, if somebody is not even on the platform, they can still join that particular live. So that is one amazing aspect that we have. And then the last thing that I like to point out is the groups. And imagine if Facebook allowed you to collect payments from people in your group and you didn't have to use an offshore account, meaning that we have a secure wallet system that people can see that you have a subscription model attached to your group, and they can say, I'm gonna purchase it. And once they purchase it, you can now determine who sees the free content or who sees the paid content by clicking or toggling a switch. Oh, this is not for the free people. This is for my subscribers. And we have an account receivable to track all that for you, tell you how much money you made, tell you about your sales, tell you about everything that's going on in that group. And we also link that with your profile You can do the same thing on your profile. You can house all your intellectual property on your profile, meaning no more link bombing, Amos. No more, just dropping, hey, like on LinkedIn, like, hey, I got this service. You want to check it out? Build relationships and people be curious to go to your profile because everything you offer is there.
I'm curious, did you guys build software? Are you using Go High Level? Are you using school? Who's the programmer?
So we went to programmers. First, we went and we bought a PHP script. We paid somebody for a PHP script, which is what you're looking at. And now we have programmers and developers going in and synchronizing all these different things, the Zoom feature, the the what else? What else? The a lot of
What?
other features that we have is
You
being
guys are
integrated into the.
building the software yourselves?
Yes, we went
Wow.
basically from the ground up. This has been
That's a
3 years in the making.
okay, that's a huge project. Okay. Wow. So how did you raise money? Did you get angel investors? Who funded this? Because to do this, this is
No, this
tens and
been all
tens
out of
of thousands of dollars easily.
it's been all out of pocket, man. It's all out of pocket. We do have some founders that help support us and basically, planting seeds and basically once we get to making a profit, we're gonna give dividends back to those founders. So that's one way we've been raising money, but majority of it's been out of pocket.
Wow. This is what you call a passion project all day long.
Yes, yes.
All right. So, what do you most love about this? If you could list the top two things or three things, what excites you the most about this?
Relationships, Amos. One thing I've learned in my walk in life is that relationships is the answer to everything, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you have the right relationships, when you're down in those valleys, in those low places, they will pull you to the top so you can see what you're supposed to be over. And what I've got from that, when I was going through my hard times, I finally did a reflection of myself, and I said, how many people I had around me when I was at my low point? And when I come to think about it, it wasn't that many people around. I thought I could do everything by myself. I thought I had it all figured out. I had that ego. Acronym we use for ego is edging God out. I was pushing him out of the equation. I thought I can do everything, right? But for God to come through, you got to be around his people, meaning you got to build relationships with his people. And when you build relationship with his people, they're going to not leave you there. They're going to basically say, you know what? You don't supposed to be here, king. You don't supposed to be here, queen. We're going to put you in front of somebody. We're going to introduce you to somebody. We're going to sow a seed into you so that you can get back the way you're supposed to be. And once I realized that, it's everything. And so we put everything around relationships with this social platform. And one way we're doing that is we started an anthology series called Black Wall Street. And it's not for just for Black people, it's for everybody. But it's basically a two-page story to your younger self. So this is going to help build a know, like, and trust across the board, a real culture where people actually get to know each other as they come in.
Well, I'm excited. I'm inspired that you guys would swing for the fences like this. What does your wife think of this?
Well, my wife loves it. She just really waiting for it to take off because she's tired of working.
Fair enough.
So,
What is your game plan? Like, what does your runway look like for a project this size? What does your next 3 year target look like? Just for people watching, they're like, you're gonna try to create a software that's like all of these platforms combined. It's obviously, if not hundreds, it's definitely tens of thousands of dollars. And you're 3 years in now. What does the next 2 years hold for you guys?
well, we're at a good place right now, Amos. We just left pre-launch where we had three phases. The first phase was family and friends. Get on here, right? That was pre-launch. Now we're going into soft launch, which is invite only. You got to get an invite code to even get on the platform. So right now that's where we at. We're in soft launch. We're giving out invite codes to anybody that's ready to join. And then of course we're looking for two people, beta testers, which are free users that just want to get on there and just help us test the site. And then early adopters are people that want to get part of the subscription model to get access to all the things that's Kingdom Communities, all the proprietary software that we're integrating into one place to make a nice all you can eat buffet, basically. We're looking
Uh,
for early adopters for that.
I
So
like your
depending on where you
verbiage. I like your verbiage. All you can eat buffet for all the foodies in the house.
at.
Actually, maybe not, because a good, let's say, an upscaled all you can eat buffet, not a low
Yes.
level, a really nice.
Yes.
Maybe it's
Yes. Yes.
$50 a plate. It's good food or
Yes. You're
more.
gonna
If you're at
enjoy
the
it.
Win in Vegas, it's probably $100 a plate. But
Right.
okay, so what do you want to say to the members of ENTV? Like, you want to call some people out and you want to ask for some people to jump on? What do you want to say? Let's be bold.
Well, I really want to say it's for everybody. Lottie Dottie and everybody, Saul, Paul, and all y'all. But we are looking for kingdom-minded people that on the startup end of entrepreneurship, business owner, becoming a content creator. We really want to welcome y'all on first, because it will really help people that's just getting started, really want to get their name out there, and don't really have the funds right now to do so. This would be a great platform to house all your intellectual property in a social atmosphere. But it's for anybody can join because it's just like Facebook. Like I said, for layout and look, anybody can join. But if we had to narrow it down, that would be who it would be for. You're muted.
Sorry, I'm just saying I admired you because 13 years ago, 12 years ago, I started a tech company with some partners and we raised 2.4 million and we were unsuccessful. We messed up in so many key ways for 5 years and we had a beautiful idea and we didn't get it out the door and the baby died in our arms because and it when that company failed, it felt like a child dying to me. And I have a daughter because it was like my
Right.
heart and soul I poured into that. So I admire you guys
Thank you.
swinging for the fences. It takes great courage to do what you're doing. And it's not like it's a 6 month plan or a 1 year plan. It's like 5 years, man. You're signing up for a marriage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But we can't do it by
Inspiring.
ourselves. Um, Forget about the social platform. We doing it for our community, okay? For local communities around United States first. We want to take care of home before we even think about going overseas or anything like that. That's another problem. A lot of times with us in the United States, we go overseas faster than we do things here in our homeland. So we want to be that person or that organization that stands in the gap for people that need certain
Yeah.
services,
Yeah.
and we want to be able to give some of those services through our platform.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for being here, Melvin. ENTV, if
Thank
you've
you.
been watching this, you're watching Melvin Jackson talking about Kingdom Communities. And you know what? You might want to come on our networking events. We run free networking events here. They're called First Date networking events. Play on words. It's like networking. It's like speed dating, but for business networking. And
Right.
so I call it First Networking. And you can meet. I got one this Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific or 11:30 Eastern. I'm hosting. I can tag you if you want to book that. You can come on multiple. They're every week, and it's a chance to meet 10 or 20 new people you don't know yet, and you might be able to find some of your ideal users that way too, or
Cool.
who knows, investors. So yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me, Amos.
Okay, I'll
Slap.
tag you. I'll tag you now. And any last words? I want to. How do you want to close out your interview?
Well, I just want to say that there's two words I want to leave people with: faith versus hope. And I'm gonna say this again: faith versus hope. Hope will kill you. The reason being because if your world keeps going in the wrong direction, things keep not happening for you. Hope is going to turn into a mad person, a person that feel like they should get a handout, that somebody should be helping them. Why am I in this situation? So hope will kill you. But faith is belief. When you believe in something so strongly, you're not worrying about anybody giving you a handout. You're not worrying about if things going to fall apart because you got a belief that, especially in my walk, somebody above you is taking care and working in the background to make sure what you doing is going to happen and is going to be able to be shown to the world in his name. So if you have faith, a strong belief in something, that is way better than having hope. Hope is almost looking for a handout. So if I can say anything to anybody, do not look for hope. Don't put your all your baskets in hoping for things. You know, I hope they get better. I hope that this doesn't happen. No. Believe that things will get better. Believe that things would happen. That's what I got to leave y'all with. Love y'all.
I love it. Thanks for being here, Melvin Jackson. Thanks for being on ENTV. Please drop any links you got in the comments. I'll tag you in this interview. And
Okay.
we'll end it here. ENTV, please reach out to Melvin Jackson. He'd love to connect with you if this resonates with you. Thanks, Melvin. We'll end it here.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. God bless you.
Thank you.